Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor, here with another episode of Dave's Faves. And let me remind you that a link to all of the Dave's Faves videos is at the bottom of all of these videos. They all have the link to the playlist so that you can sort of see what they all are and dip in at will, if that's what you feel inclined to do. This is number 13. And oh, this is such a great record. This is another one of those collections that sort of vanished into thin air very, very quickly. But wow, is it wonderful. And it's back on Australian Eloquence, in this case, Deutsche Grammophon Eloquence, but it's so eloquent. The Eloquence is eloquent. It's the complete Debussy late chamber works with the Boston chamber players, the Boston Symphony chamber players, technically. This was one of those fantastic records that is so convenient and sensible. It's kind of hard, to get all of the Debussy late chamber music on a single disc, and it really works well together because there are three late sonatas. Well, what you get here is, there's the sonata for flute, viola, and harp, the cello sonata, and the violin sonata. And they're short. They're short works. They're like 12, 15 minutes. I mean, they're not a big deal. And because they're rather, small pieces, they don't go separately anywhere. You always find the violin sonata maybe on a disc of French violin sonatas and the cello sonata on a disc of miscellaneous cello sonatas. But I like hearing the whole album. I like them all. And I want them all on one disc. They make a great program. They really do. And you also get on this disc, you get Syrinx for flute, the flute solo, which is only 2 minutes and 42 seconds long. And you also get the chamber, sort of reduced orchestration of the Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. Now, the performers are, get this, Joseph Silverstein, violin, Jules Eskin, cello, Doriat Anthony Dwyer, flute, Burton Fine, viola, and Hobson, harp, and I saved the best for last. Michael Tilson Thomas is the pianist. Yes, Michael Tilson Thomas, the youngish Michael Tilson Thomas. These performances are as great as any in the catalog. The soloists are as good as any of them. The recording is marvelous. This disc is reissued in that Deutsche Grammophon Boston Symphony tribute box. It's in there. All of the Boston Symphony Chamber Players recordings are in there that they did for Deutsche Grammophon. There were only like 3 or 4 of them, or 2 or 3 of them. There wasn't many of them. But this was really one of the great ones. It always has been for the Debussy chamber music. And I just want to hear all of my Debussy chamber music in one place. I find when I listen to the violin sonata, I feel like going on the cello sonata. And the sonata for flute, viola, and harp is, of course, exquisite. It's one of the most marvelously colorful and evocative pieces of its kind. And the Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun is really hot, and this chamber arrangement is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this is a great record. It's just a great record, and it's really one of the linchpins of my Debussy collection, because I didn't want to have to carry around, 10 or 20 CDs just to get the 3 late sonatas and Syrinx and a couple other things, and have all these compilation discs of miscellaneous composers. I wanted them all on one single Debussy disc where they fit, and this is the best one I could find, and I just adore it, absolutely adore it. So that's it for me. If you love Debussy's late chamber works, his late sonatas, and who doesn't? They are exquisite masterpieces, every single one of them. And you want to get them all on one convenient disc so you don't wind up with a whole shelf full of stuff. This is the deal. This is the one you would take to your desert island, or whatever island you would go to, your isolated cave, or your, Himalayan mountaintop, or, your hermit's cave in the whatever. You know what I mean, right? Get this one. Boston Symphony Chamber Players doing Debussy chamber music. It is a completely satisfying disc in every possible respect. So keep on listening, folks. Thanks for joining me. Take care.